Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Yes, I am on super early because I got kicked. It is time. It is the last day of Anthem. Yes, yes, yes. Wait, well, it happened. It's gone. Hold on. Anthem is gone. Well, I don't know what the fuck I was spelling right there, but I should have got on a little bit earlier. They just got kicked. Chill out and wait for Anthem servers to shut down. Yeah, lost connection. Oh, they're on PlayStation. Oh shit. Well, man, it sucks. I really like this game so much, and now we can never play it again. I feel like this was probably like I will go ahead and say this had the best story out of any looter shooter, starting off. I know that's probably like controversial, but if you think about some of the best looter shooters out there, let's say like Destiny. Destiny, come on. The story was not good at the beginning. It got better over like the years, especially like Taken King. Yes, story got good. Destiny 2, story was a little bit better. Once, you know, it was okay. Um, Warframe. If you're there at the beginning of Warframe, I was. You don't see me playing a lot of Warframe on stream. Um, I don't play that much of Warframe anymore, but I was there at the beginning when it first came out. The story was not that good. Kind of just jointed like and stuff. It wasn't that good. Um, uh, the Division. It was okay. Very generic story with the Division franchise. You have Borderlands, right? I would say Borderlands starting off, and with Borderlands 2, those are probably some of the best looter shooter stories, like right off the bat. So I would probably give the story to this and Borderlands. Like, if you're talking about the beginning of a looter shooter franchise. These two. Now, did the other stories get better? Destiny, Warframe, and all that? Yes, they got a lot better. But like I said before, they did not start off good. I don't care what you say. I played all those games, all these little shooters at the beginning. Did this game have issues? Yes. I'm not gonna say it didn't. The development process was a disaster where they couldn't like I find it mind boggling that they couldn't even mention Destiny. Like you couldn't even look at the franchises that have made mistakes and grown over time. That's wild. And you know, the game. This game did have some good stuff with it. The flying, I do like the combat. With the combo system, especially when you have other teammates combo with each other. That's awesome. The world is a little bland, but I do like how it's open world. You know, uh, and I feel like the guns, for me at least, they weren't really that unique. They could have done better, especially it's supposed to be like in this universe. I feel like you could have done all kinds of stuff, like just not with the gameplay with the guns. I'm talking about like with the look too. Like, 'cause if you look at a lot of the guns in this game, they just look kind of generic. They do. You know, this game had a good foundation, and I wish EA would let Bioware work on it at the end of the day, because they could have built something great. This could have been one of the one of the best looter shooters on the market. It could have been. I don't care what anyone says. You know, and some people, I brung up a lot of looter shooters besides one, Outriders. Outriders was not live service. They did not want that game to be live service. That's the reason I don't really bring it up. It's Yes, it is a looter shooter, but it's different than like Anthem, Destiny, Warframe. Yeah, very sad day. I didn't get the chance to play it today. I played it Friday. Friday was my last day. Go back look at my live stream title. I guess it was true. It was my last day to actually play it. But like Outriders, it's different. From the beginning, they said it wasn't a live service game, so I try to take that game out of the picture. But because I think if they would have made Outriders a live service game, I think that could have been pretty big too. That one's actually pretty fun. But if you're talking about live service looter shooter games, this could have been something big. But they just had so many missteps in the development cycle, and um afterwards. I can't even say they had like a lot of missteps like afterwards. Besides, like I would say like because they didn't do anything with the game afterwards. But banning Glad. If you don't know who Glad is, he's a big Destiny. Well, he was a big Destiny 2 content creator. 2-man raids, 1-man raids, um, uh, winning worlds first a few times. He was big, and it had an exploit in the game, which was their fault, but they banned him and other people doing it. Yeah, that was a bad move on their part. And I think after that, Uh, quite a few people were done after that, but I think people would have gave this game a second chance if they would have got to update it, fix some of the features. In this, I hope that somebody takes the foundation of this game, looks at it, and like realize Bioware has something great, and you know we probably won't get another Anthem game unless EA or Bio. Well, it's not up to Bioware. If EA sees like, oh, maybe we did have something here, let's give it another try, and they just build off of what they had already, because I would definitely play this over Destiny. I really would. The only thing Destiny has on a lot of these other looter shooters are the PvP, or is the PvP, because no other looter shooter des does PvP like Destiny does. You know, Division, yes, it has its own dedicated PvP mode and the Dark Zone and stuff, but it's very unbalanced. War Warframe, I don't know. Does Warframe still has? Do they still have their PvP mode? I remember at the beginning they had a PvP mode, but it wasn't that fun. So I don't know if they took that out of the game or what. Um, Borderlands doesn't have PvP. You know, could they put PvP in this game? Yes, it'd probably be very similar to the Division, where it's not very balanced, but it could be very fun. Or they could have a PvP VE mode. That'd be pretty cool too. It's so many things that they can do with this franchise. Like, just build off of it. Give us more javelins if you want to. I'm not gonna say this is necessary, but give us a PvP mode. Um, give us like raid like content. Where like it's four. I think you have four in a group, so like 8 players. You can have 8 players going to this raid like content. Be fucking amazing, man. That's what we really needed, was some in-game content. That's one reason. That's like the only reason I stopped playing it, because there's like nothing to do at first. I beat the game and I was like, what now? What do I do now? And there was nothing at the time. So I quit. But I always kind of came back for like a day or two to play, because the combat, the flying was addictive in this game. Hey, where's my interceptor at? They have. That's my favorite class. Javelin. That's probably the one I spent the most time on, is the interceptor. Then my favorite, second favorite is probably the storm. Then I forgot what this one's called. I like him too. That suit. Big guy. Now I did play with the big guy the first time last Friday. He's good. He's good. More of a defensive javelin. Like, that thing can take a lot of damage. I will say that. Like, you can clearly tell like they have their roles in this game. Like you have your kind of like balanced class in the middle, kind of at that's the average javelin. This is your tank. This is like your mage or whatever. Then the interceptor, the little one, that's your melee, like your rogue class. You know, I can't believe they really shut this game down. Not an offline mode or anything. They couldn't even give us that. I wonder what everyone else is saying. Oh, I should have got on way earlier because I wanted to do the stronghold. Because last time I tried to do the stronghold, I wasn't. I wasn't. I wasn't high enough level, and I was. I could not get through it. No, actually, I did get through it. I'm wrong. Actually, I did actually get through it last time I played it, but I don't know if I was on stream if I did it. And I didn't. I didn't know you can get legendaries. Like maybe I did like when I first played it, but you know when you have to, man, what a sad day it is. Very sad day. Rip Anthem. You know, I feel like there are people who really liked this game and really enjoyed it. I feel like it was a very small portion of us that seen that understood that this game had true potential. That could have this game could have been one of the greats. I feel like this game could have been part of the big three, the big four. Anthem had crazy potential for yes it did, man. Yes it did. It really did. Like if you're talking about live service looter shooters, what are the big three? Truthfully, there's only like a big two, to be honest. Cause Borderlands, it's not live service. It it kind of is, but they don't want to call it a live service because it's a lot behind saying your game is live service. But they have constant updates, events, and stuff. But I guess exclude Borderlands franchise. What we have Destiny franchise, uh, Warframe, and The Division. I don't care what you say; those are like the big three. Really, technically, this like Destiny and Warframe blow The Division out of the water. If you're talking about like impact, player count, and all that. I tried Destiny 2 many times, but got bored quickly every time. Never got bored of Anthem. It's different. Yeah. That's understandable. You know, I completely understand it. I have 20,000, probably a little bit over 20,000 hours in Destiny 2. I love that franchise, but I can understand why people don't like it. I'm not one of those people like, oh, you gotta like Destiny or you gotta like my favorite game. No, I understand. And yeah, this hit different. Like, man, I feel like this could, like I said, if you're talking about like the big three, I feel like this could have probably knocked the Vision out, and then it could have been like Destiny, Warframe, and Anthem. If you're talking about live service looter shooter games, could have been those three because they're all different in their own way. Especially Warframe. I don't. Sorry, I'm going on a little tangent right now, but I feel like I I kind of find it kind of hard to call like Warframe a true looter shooter. Yes, you collect loot, but I mean it's just like materials to craft your weapons and your gear and stuff in Warframe. Unlike this game and Destiny and Division, well, where you have to go out and you get loot drops. You get what I'm saying? Like Warframe's like different in that way. It's not like a true looter shooter. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy on that. Yeah, I've got no games to scratch that itch. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I understand you on that one because, like you said, you don't couldn't get into Destiny. Warframe is so different than this game and a lot of looter shooters. Then the Division, that doesn't really. I like the Division, but it's not the same as like a sci-fi looter shooter game. Like you're just what a guy in regular clothes, and what crazy part like the weapons are just like modern weapons, ARs, AKs. Uh, it's not. It doesn't hit the same. Even though I do like that game, and I have been playing it offline, but it doesn't hit the same like Anthem. Nothing does. I think what I like about Anthem is I could play it in any mode, mood, mode, mood. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, mood, any mood. If I want to pew pew, I could play it. If I wanted to chill out, I could hop on free play mode and Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm just like thinking. I should have got on earlier because I really did want to play it again. Uh, like I usually don't even. I stop streaming on Mondays, but for this game, it was like it's the last day. I'm gonna get on for it. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do. I want to make a video on it because I've been hearing a lot of slander on this game. You know, I've been watching other streamers play it. Like before I decided to even like do a last hurrah and go through the campaign for one last time. You know, I heard people talking about the story. The story in this game is like terrible and everything. Like the the majority, the only thing I hear good about this game, people talk about is just like, oh, the flying, and a few people bring up like the combat in the game with the combo system and all that. But like the majority of people, the only good thing they say about this game is like, oh, the flying was good. I'm like, what are you talking? Like, this story is good. Was it the greatest? No. Was it really bad? No. I would say it was probably like mid to above mid. Like, it was like I said before, it's definitely better than every other live service looter shooter game story on the rip, like from the beginning. I don't care what anybody says. This had the best story starting off. You know, then like yes, the world seemed kind of empty. Okay, em- it wasn't that empty. You know, you can fly around, you see enemies flying around and stuff, and you know they had events on the map. Then they had like the little flying trial thing. So could have could have. Oh my gosh. Yes, they could have. It could have been more to do out in the open world. But was it bad? It wasn't terrible. You know, it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst. I would say this game was. It started off. This game, Anthem, it started off far better than most looter shooters do at the beginning. I don't care what anyone says. It you can debate me on this or not, but if you go back and look at other looter shooters, this had the best start. Destiny, terrible story at the beginning. I don't have time to tell you I don't have time. Was that bullshit? The what's her name said at the end of Destiny One's campaign? Yeah, that was like, what the hell are you talking about? You had it was like I don't know. It was wild. Warframe. Warframe didn't have much to do at when it first came out. The story was not great. Very repetitive. Just going through corridors and just like same thing over and over again. The division, you know. I know I keep repeating myself. Not a very good story. Very generic story. You know, didn't really have an end game either at the beginning. You know, I will say some ways this game started off better than most looter shooters, but in some way it was. I would say I would not say it's worse than a lot of these looter shooters at the start. Maybe on par. Thank you for the follow. You are amazing. I appreciate it so much. But no, no, you cannot say this game was so much worse than any other looter shooter. Like when when they first came out, it's just crazy the slander and this this game got. You know, I will say, the mission structure was kind of like repetitive. I will say that at least. I will say that, and the not what's the word I'm looking for? Not the time gating, but like the uh like when you first play the game and you have to do like the tomb thing. It's like what, four tombs, and like each tomb had like four or five objectives you had to complete before you could continue the campaign. Yeah, that sucked ass. You know, it's like they're just trying to like stretch out the campaign and stuff. I found that stupid. Then it was always like stand here and wait, and like I played the game over again, but on hard. There's only like a few times I actually died through the whole campaign. Oh yeah, real hard. And like when it came to those missions where you just had to stand in one area, it's kind of boring. It was dumb. It's like, okay, like you would think on hard they're like barrage you with like a bunch of enemies. No, no, it was like you shoot like five enemies and you wait till the other ones spawn up. So I'll give the mission structure. Yeah, wasn't that great. I will give it that. I will give people that. That was terrible. But maybe with next Anthem next, it would have been a lot better. They would have had better ideals for mission structure. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just hoping. I would have been hoping for too much. It's gone. I wonder if EA would ever like. What if we got like a petition and like we had like a million signatures that like we could get like a million signatures. I wonder if EA would ever think about bringing this game back. I thought about that. I thought about that over the weekend. I was like, I kind of want to do that and see like if anything could come from it because I know out there I cannot be the only one that really really appreciated this game and really liked it and I don't know about doing anything, but doing trying to do something just to give us, a new version of the game or at least give us offline servers. Well, not offline servers, but where we can play it offline, you know? Because I would definitely play this game by myself, you know? That's fine. I'm okay with that. I would be totally fine. Because there's still things like I haven't done. I haven't collected like all the loot in this game for all the classes. Yeah, you can still get some hours out of this game. Play all four classes, get them, leveled up. Try to get all the legendary weapons or legendary pieces of gear. There's definitely things to do in this game. Man, so much potential just flush down the toilet. Just flush down the toilet, man. I do understand like this wasn't the game a lot of people wanted from BioWare. I understand that. You know, I played every single Mass Effect game and damn, what was their other game? Oh, oh yeah, Dragon Age and stuff. Yeah, I never played none of their Star Wars games, but I did play every single Mass Effect, even Andromeda. I didn't get too far. I kind of didn't really like that one too much at the time. Maybe I might go back and play it. Um, I didn't get into Dragon Age until like Inquisition. I know that's not one of the good ones, but I enjoyed it for what it. Not Inquisition. Yeah. Is it Inquisition? What was the new? Hold on. Okay, the very yeah Inquisition. Yes, I got into Dragon Age when Inquisition came out, and I liked it. But I understand like this is not what people wanted for them. But I think, man, you know, with all the problems they had with this game, in development, sorry, but I think they did a okay job. I think they did a lot better than most developers did. I don't know. I don't know. You just hopping in this game is on Dice's Frostbite engine. Price Frostbite engine after Frostbite games that got shut down, like Anthem, had community servers made for them by the player base after it shut down. Like Battlefront Bad Company 2, for example. So, is there a way we can play this game offline? I'm telling you now, I'm not deleting this game off my PC. I don't care. I don't care. That's how much I like it. It's always going to be with me forever. But if there's any way I can play this game offline, I don't even care. I am fucking down. I am down. So I know other EA games you can play, like said, like I know there's a way you can play. What is it? Titanfall, Titanfall 2. Good luck finding someone crazy enough that would spend months of their free time. That, yeah. I mean, there might be somebody crazy enough out there to do it. If I knew what I was doing, I would do it, but I have no fucking clue about coding and servers and all that. So, if I had the ability, yes, I would do it. Titanfall 2 is not on the engine, it's on the Half Life engine. Okay. But they do have is it fan made servers that you can play. I don't know exactly what's going on like with the Titanfall servers and everything, but I did try to go back. I'm pretty sure like you can't play on the regular EA servers with that game. I'm pretty sure I tried to download it. Titanfall 2 is still online with EA servers. You can play normally. Can you? Titanfall 1 got delisted and can't play. Okay, maybe it's the first one. Where the fuck? Man, I swear I tried to play this game. Yeah, it was last year. It was in April, and I could not find a game. Maybe it's only on PC or something, but I'm pretty sure I started looking up videos and stuff, and like you have to go and download this other thing because of the servers and stuff. I don't know if this game is crossplay. I'm like, so I don't like, but I don't have the first game on my PC. Maybe they came back and fixed the servers or something. They had to come back and fix the servers or something. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it because I love Titanfall, and I really wanted to play it when I downloaded it. I really did. I was like, yeah, I want to play Titanfall 2, but I couldn't. And I just you can see right here. You can see right here I have 8 minutes. 8 minutes played. That's my playtime. That's how like I downloaded the game, tried to go in, but I could not play the game. And I just gave up because it was like, oh yeah, you have to do this and that to actually play the game. And I was like, fuck this, man. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't want to figure this shit out. I just wanted to download the game and hop into it. That's all I wanted to do. Like you could not play online or like at all because it has a single online. It was the online uh, portion of it. I could have played the single player, which I still need to do that because I've never played it. I don't think I've never beaten it. I have played some of it. I never beaten it. I always hopped into the online portion, but it was the online part, and it was like something with the servers and EA and all this other junk. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Then they were like, yeah, people like have got together, community of Titanfall. They made servers and like blah blah blah. It's like this with the other game, Spellbreak. You can't play that the in the normal means. You have to go through this other way to play it and everything. So, like, if people want to, like, if somebody wants to make a server where we can play this game, that would be freaking amazing. That that would be freaking amazing. Like, man, if I was a big YouTuber, I would help fund it. I would give. Man, I wish I was a big YouTuber. If somebody was like, I want to make fan made servers for Anthem. If I had the money, I would definitely pay that person. If anyone would want to make it and spend a lot of time to make a private server slash community server, then yes, you could play Anthem again. Yeah, yeah, I know. I I don't know if there's anybody like in the community that knows how to do that stuff. Like I said, I would definitely, if I knew how to do all that stuff, I would definitely do it. If I had the money, I would definitely fund somebody to make a private server slash community server. I would be down. But I think the only thing I can do, is try to, you know, boost it and, try to give the person or people as much support as possible. But that's the only thing I can do. Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna get off for today. If anyone is interested to come back by, I like to stream Tuesday through Thursday. The occasionally on Monday and Fridays, but that's rare. The only reason I'm streaming today on Monday is because of this game. But if you like to play games, I like to play MMOs, looter shooters, um, uh, like games like COD, Halo, really all kinds of games. And if you have any suggestions, I like to play games that y'all like to suggest and stuff. I think the first week I played Minecraft for the first time because of somebody wanted me to play Minecraft. So I don't tell you no. If it's a game I have to pay for, I might have to tell you later, maybe sometime later when I have the money for it. I don't have a lot of money, but I will get to it. You know, I will play any game you want me to. I'm here to entertain you all. I am nothing without my viewers, and I will never forget that. You should try Rising Storm 2 if you have it free on Epic Game Store. Let me see. It's the free game. Yeah, I'll probably try that tomorrow. Tomorrow, then. Oh my god. Didn't even talk. Fuck. Okay. Oh wait. See. Oh yeah. By the way, if someone has Titanfall 1 on their EA account, you can't download it anymore. This thing will happen with Anthem. Okay. Well, I'm not deleting Anthem off my PC. It's staying right here forever. I will not delete this game off of here. And oh, you have to pay for this game. I could add it to my wish list. I don't have the money right now to play this game, but it's on my wish list on Epic Game Store. So, oh, okay, it's giving away free times. Okay, well, whenever I get the chance, and if you wanna, get the notifications when I go live and stuff, I'll let you know when I'm going to play the game. I thought everyone had it, but no. I really don't get on Epic Game Store that often. I usually just stay on Steam for the most part. I boot it up every now and then, but I really don't like. I'm not gonna say I don't like Epic Game Store. I just don't care for it that much. Just want everything on Steam. I like Steam better. That's why I said it's way worse. Yes, it is way worse than Steam. I try to stay away from what I got. I got the Battle.net, EA, Steam, Ubisoft, and I hate getting on all of these, especially these right here, like EA and Ubisoft Connect. Like fuck all that, fucking terrible. I would rather like my two first is Steam, then right behind it, I can't really say close. It's probably Epic Game Store. There's the only two I really want to mess with. I barely want to mess with Epic Game Store. The other, those other three, they can go. They can go somewhere with that. GOG is the second best after Steam. I heard it's the first best. I've been thinking about getting on GOG. So I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm not sure. Do they have a desktop shortcut? Like, is there like an app like I can download? If it is, I would definitely give it a try. And if it really is better than Steam, I am down. And I'll start buying my games from GOG. All right, guys, we can exit this. Um, See, they have a desktop launcher like Steam. It's not better than Steam, but it's second best. It has a lot of old school games that Steam doesn't have. That does not have. Okay, okay. I would definitely give it a try because I've been wanting to do that too. To go back to some older games and everything, and you know, I think I'll probably download GOG um today probably. Check it out, see how it is. See, can't you like connect your Steam account to GOG? I'm not exactly. I don't know exactly how that works. I could be. I could be full of crap. I think I heard something like that. I'm not sure. I think so, but it doesn't have crossplay with Steam. I think. Well, I don't know exactly how it works. I mean, of course I don't, but I mean, if you're connected to Steam, so does it use like, could you go through GOG to play your Steam games, but technically it would still be a Steam game, so could you it still be like connected to your friends list and be like under the Steam servers and everything and you can still play? I don't fucking know. It'd be like how okay, good example, like well like I know on Steam you can put in games like this list right here. Like you can add games to this list, like add a game, and if it's not like a Steam game, like you can actually put it in your Steam list. It's mostly for single player games. Oh, it's mostly for single player games. Okay, if it's mostly for single player games, yeah, I don't mind that at all. Especially you said it has a lot of older games that Steam doesn't have. Because like I said before, I've been wanting to play a lot of older games, but they're not on Steam. I don't have older consoles, so like, yeah, that'd be pretty nice to find some old games that I can play. I imagine they probably don't have every single older game, but to find some that I can play on my PC, amazing. And I think at some point I do want to get older consoles like a PS1, a Dreamcast, uh, Super Nintendo. Fuck it, I can't even talk. Um, PS2 so I can play PS2 games. Maybe like Xbox, like the first Xbox, but I don't have that kind of money to spend right now to get those kind of consoles. I can't even fix my PS4 over here. Like I have a PS4, but it's broken. Well, it's not like the HDMI port is fucked up, so I can't play it until I get that fixed. I mean, it still turns on. It will still run games and all that. It's just the HDMI port is all fucked off. So, but I can't even get that fixed right now. So I can't even think about getting any other consoles. Uh oh. Where my stream is freaking out. I'm gonna call it there for now. I don't know what's going on, but I appreciate everyone that came by, everyone that followed you. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. I appreciate everyone that came by so much. You are amazing. People who chatted, the people who didn't chat it, who just wanted to come by and watch. You are amazing. The people who followed and subscribed on Twitch, YouTube, you all are super amazing. I appreciate it so much. Don't understand. But with that said, I hope everyone has a good day or night, wherever you're at in the world. I have no clue. But I hope you have a good day, night. And before I leave, I always like to say, I hope, I hope, but please, 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 while I'm gone, okay, don't do anything crazy, okay? And I'll see you next time. Peace. I'm out.